Eyewitnesses have spoken of the chaotic scenes after a man was slashed near Piccadilly train station. The drama unfolded shortly on June 27th at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Armed officers swarmed London Road next to the station after police received reports of a fight. There, they found a man who had suffered a slash wound to his hand. He was treated at the scene by paramedics before being taken to hospital. He has since been arrested on suspicion of assault and is to be questioned in due course. Madchester Evening News understands no knives or weapons were found at the scene. Detectives are now appealing for help tracing a second man, dressed all in black clothing, said to be involved. A staff member at the nearby Piccadilly Central pub said he was told the man had been taken off a bus and had a Gucci bag taken off him. "I somehow didn't see the incident," he said. "Two girls just came rushing into the pub asking if we had a first aid kit, and I went outside to help them. He was in a pretty bad way but was sitting up, so hopefully they are okay. We wrapped his hand up, but there was a lot of blood. The police were here within minutes, as they are always at the station. They jumped on two young guys but released them after a bit." The man had apparently been pulled off a bus by two others because he had a new Gucci bag, and they took it off him after a fight, which is when his hand was slashed. It's worrying that something like that can happen at that time of day in such a busy area. Another witness said, "There was a guy standing with him, the injured man. I think he's pulled the guy and told him what had happened. As I was walking, I could see him walking, curling over, and he must have said to him, 'Are you all right? What's up with you?' And that's when he realized. So the guy's panicking. I saw him looking round and giving directions to the ambulance. I stood there for a minute and said, 'Is he all right?' And he said, 'I'm just waiting for the ambulance.' From that point, it was here dead quick. I could see it in his face. He was panicking. The young lad was in pain, excruciating pain. A cordon remains in place at the junction of London Road and Whitworth Street, with detectives and specialist crime scene investigation, CSI. A former prison officer was caught having an affair with an inmate jailed for murder after a search of her home revealed snaps of the pair and birthday cards they'd given to each other. Olivia Hodgson had been working at HMP Garth in Leyland since 2017 and started a relationship with the prisoner LaVarn Ford Morgan in early 2020. Burnley Crown Court heard how the 26-year-old had smuggled mobile phones into the prison, which she used to share illicit messages with Ford Morgan, who was serving a life sentence. In January 2021, Ford Morgan was transferred to another prison, where he was subjected to a cell search following intelligence received to the prison, Lancs Live reports. A mobile phone was recovered which revealed he had been in touch with another mobile number, later found to belong to Hodgson. In July 2021, she was arrested at HMP Garth, and her home address was searched. Officers seized another mobile phone which contained images of the pair, as well as a birthday card addressed to Olivia which had Ford Morgan's fingerprints on. Ford Morgan, who is currently serving a sentence for murder and possessing a shotgun and firearm with intent to endanger life, admitted to possessing prohibited mobile phones and was jailed for an additional 18 months. Hodgson, of Hawthorne Road, Preston, was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment for misconduct in a public office. Detective Constable Becky Pearson from the Northwest Regional Organised Crime Unit's Prison Anti-Corruption Unit said, "Olivia abused her position as a prison officer by choosing to have an inappropriate relationship with an inmate, and she will now have to face the consequences of her actions. She acted in a calculated manner using a variety of numbers, phones, and chat applications to try and evade detection. In doing so, she was able to continue the relationship with Ford Morgan, despite him moving to another prison. Olivia knew right from wrong and had received adequate corruption training where she would have gained a good understanding of the criminal outcomes should a relationship be entered into with a prisoner. We will continue to take robust action and investigate any offences which we suspect are taking place in our prisons. We want to reassure the honest, dedicated and hard-working prison staff that we will continue to act against any member of staff who chooses to engage in corrupt activity. We encourage anyone who has information about corruption in our prisons to report it.